Hello, what's up everybody? This is Matthew Golzek here, back again with another reaction, and this time I'm going to react to Silver Quill's After the Fact-Lovable Luna. When I started going into the fandom, I noticed that people love this character, researched why, and that was one of the best decisions I've ever made. So anyway, without wasting any more time, let's get to it in 3, 2, 1...
It is time, my fellow Luna fans. The throne is empty and Princess Celestia shall not interfere. She is sequestered, isolated, distracted, and completely incapable of escape. That's because I bought her tickets to a private showing of The Force Awakens.
It was overhyped and underdelivered.
My plan is foolproof because it was made by a fool. While the Princess of the Sun is distracted, the Princess of the Night shall claim the throne. All for the measly cost of an entire movie theater.
Oh yeah, my checkbook thanks you for helping shed the Christmas weight. You're like the entire retail industry wrapped in one hyper voice. And I seem to recall you being my inner fanboy.
My love for Luna is so powerful that it warps space and time. I am prisoner to no mentality.
More like you possess no mentality.
That too.
Princess, help a hippogriff out, would you?
At last, my princess appears before me. Congratulate me, O great one, and tell me that I have served you well.
Oh, dear God.
Oh, hey,
I like it. After the fact, lovable Luna.
Okay, fanboying aside, I remain a staunch fan of Princess Luna. For all the highs and lows, I consider her to be the most fascinating of the four princesses, and perhaps the most mold-breaking member of the princess archetype. When considering Luna, it's pretty easy to focus on an event that would define so much of her life. 1,000 years in the moon. For a lot of fans, this was the biggest trait for Luna in the early season. In fact, it was the only trait for the first 2 seasons. After her return, Luna flat out disappeared. No follow-ups in Season 1 because apparently, Hasbro thought a character associated with the night would be too scary for kids. So what did they eventually do? Redesign her to look even more night-themed and be one who excels at scaring kids.
Children, wait! Nay, children, wait!
I shall never understand executives, and if I do, I shall know that I have gone mad. The funny thing is that this absence made the fans grow fonder. It gave room for imaginations to run wild and for fans to project their own feelings onto Luna. Anyone who has felt out of place or awkward can see some of themselves in Luna's struggles. Someone who has made past mistakes could understand the weight of those consequences. Arguably, the fandom's idea of Luna may have grown larger than the character herself, but that's a testament to both what the show can inspire as well as the fandom's imagination. There's also the argument that Luna's troubled past makes her unfit to rule. After all, we've had an episode where she lacks the social grace to interact with her subjects, and an episode where her own troubled thoughts endangered the world. I agree that Luna wouldn't do well by herself, but fortunately she doesn't have to, because she's one of 2 royal sisters. I've joked about the Lunar Republic, and I have to say it's inspired both awesome music and cosplays, but I think the idea behind it misses something important.
Yes!
Much like Night and Day, Luna and Celestia aren't complete without one another. One sister represents energy and vitality, mixed with knowledge gained from mistakes. The other is maturity and composure, and knowledge gained from a long life. I wish we could see these 2 play off one another more. We saw it a little in the Crystal Empire, where Luna wanted to intervene directly, but in the end Celestia's non-intervention won out. Just look at that scowl on Luna. She's not convinced. Luna's perhaps the one pony who could challenge Celestia's ideas and get her big sister to consider alternatives. Unfortunately, that's gone underutilized. After the Crystal Empire, Luna seems to have fallen into step with Celestia, not questioning her plans. A shame, because I think many a fan enjoyed their sisterly spat in Slice of Life, and Luna really is the only pony that can show such a side to Celestia. If these 2 ever enjoy an episode together, I hope it's them approaching a problem from different perspectives. End-of-the-world scenarios need not apply. And Luna definitely has a different way of viewing things. Just look at how she handled the 3 Cutie Mark Crusaders. When I look at Celestia, she interacts with ponies, but the focus of her efforts is on Twilight's education. So much so that even rescuing a city of crystal ponies was secondary to testing Twilight's morality. Luna seems more interested in the everyday ponies, wanting not only their approval, but seeking to nurture their growth. She wanted to charge the rescue, and took a direct approach in helping the Crusaders. Opinions on these episodes vary, but my favorite would be For Whom the Sweetie Belle Toils. I still wonder if the nightmare aspects were Luna's doing or Sweetie Belle's own guilt running wild, but look at how Luna approaches this. She interrupts a nightmare and immediately connects with Sweetie Belle over how it feels to be outshone by one's sister. She then gets Sweetie Belle to consider the past from alternate viewpoints. And when things are nearing their worst, there's Luna stepping in not to solve the problem for Sweetie Belle, but to give her what she needs to make things right. For me, this was Luna's strongest showing. Though that doesn't dismiss her helping Scootaloo admit her fears, or helping Apple Bloom see that she's not alone. Season 2 may have made Luna popular, but the past several seasons have made her stand out, especially compared to the aforementioned princesses. I know it sounds like I'm boosting Luna at the expense of the other 3 royals, but here's the contradiction. If you ask me to rank my favorite characters, Twilight Sparkle would be placed higher than Luna, yet in the princess role, I still place Luna at the forefront. So often it seems like the show wants to have it both ways. It wants to say that these princesses work hard and their roles are difficult, but it never shows that because hard work isn't marketable to children. So instead, the hard work takes place off-screen. Consider Celestia, the true ruler, and the limited showing for her reign. Biggest thing she's been doing outside of a celebration? Paperwork. Strange how the Crystal Empire offered these two some characterization, but was the weakest of the two-parters in my book. Now consider Luna, who had ponies flee from her in terror, and there were no cheers or parades when she helped the Crusaders. In a strange way, Luna's fall into Nightmare Moon left the door open for her to become a more diverse character. The show isn't trying to make her look perfect, and I think that's what saves her from suffering from underutilization. Luna doesn't enjoy a lot of screen time, but when she does, it matters. Out of all the princesses, she's had 5 standout episodes. Luna eclipsed Sleepless in Ponyville, For Whom the Sweetie Belle Toils, Bloom and Gloom, and Do Princesses Dream of Magic Sheep. Opinions on these episodes range far and wide, but many are dependent on Luna's presentation. But in each case, the episodes seem to invoke a strong fan response. Contrast that with Celestia, Cadence, or Twilight's roles. I fear they're not allowed to make as big an impact because the show is playing it safe. Luna is allowed to be a risk because she's allowed to be a non-traditional princess. In fact, with her darker theme, bombastic attitude, and focus on her work, Luna might live up to the claim of redefining what it means to be a princess. And I think that's why you stand out so much, O Princess. In terms of utilization, I think the show isn't exploring Luna's character or the other princesses as much as it could. But because of Luna's unique history and status, she not only makes a big impact when she appears, but she gets fans thinking. To this day, she remains one of the biggest discussion points, and I'm all for an idea that gets folks' imaginations and creativity going. That's not to say it's always perfect. Next, we'll be discussing how well Luna's presentation can help or hurt an episode. And as a fan, Luna, I'm offering you a little preemptive karma. Odds are I will drive you batty when I review Do Princesses Dream of Magic Sheep, so get your kicks in now. Banish me to the shadows. Launch me into space. Send me that marshmallow dream where you wake up and find yourself in Las Pegasus with a bathtub full of mayonnaise. That one always confused me. Go ahead. Give me your best shot.
Thank you. Alright, that was one of the... that's amazing. 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 Amazing! That's all I could say. This is a pretty amazing review. I like that he analyzes it, something most people would rather neglect. I do reactions, that's just like how I react. He's an analysis. Analyzer, whatever. But anyway, enough of me talking. In the end, it's pretty good. In fact, very good. So, thank you for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. You know what? Don't bother. And I'll see you later.